Thursday, November 6, 2025, AGNDD intelliReport topic. UPS Airlines Flight 2976. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated article-based video. UPS Airlines Flight 2976, November 6, 2025. Update. From Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. UPS Airlines Flight 2976 was a scheduled domestic cargo flight from Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport in Louisville, Kentucky to Honolulu, Hawaii that crashed shortly after takeoff on November 4, 2025. The aircraft, a McDonnell Douglas MD-11, impacted an industrial area in the vicinity of the airport, killing at least 12 people, making it the third fatal accident and the deadliest involving UPS Airlines. The accident is being investigated by the National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB. Background. UPS Airlines is the United States' second-largest cargo airline and largest airline in terms of destinations served. It had only suffered 2 fatal accidents prior to Flight 2976 since its founding in 1988, those being UPS Airlines Flight 6 in 2010 and UPS Airlines Flight 1354 in 2013. Flight 2976 was a scheduled domestic cargo flight operated by UPS Airlines from Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport in Louisville, Kentucky, to Daniel K. Inouye International Airport in Honolulu, Hawaii, an 8.5-hour flight. The aircraft was N259UP, a 34-year-old McDonnell Douglas MD-11F with MSN 48417. In July 1991, it was delivered as a passenger aircraft to Thai Airways International, registered as HSTME. The aircraft was later converted to a cargo aircraft and delivered to UPS Airlines in 2006. It was equipped with 3 General Electric CF680C2D1F engines. Accident. The aircraft took off from runway 17R heading south about 5:13 p.m. EST UTC-5. According to initial flight tracking data, the aircraft reached 175 feet, 53 m, above ground level and a maximum ground speed of 186 knots, 344 kilometers per h, 214 miles per hour. The flight was not carrying hazardous cargo. Radio communication with air traffic control, routinely archived, was so full of interference that no meaningful speech could be discerned. Bystander videos show the aircraft taking off with its number 1 left engine absent and the wing engulfed in flames. Seconds after becoming airborne, the aircraft turned left of the runway centerline and entered a sharp descent from which it was unable to recover. After hitting the roof of a UPS supply chain warehouse, the aircraft hit a stack of oil tanks with its left wing, causing a massive fire to erupt, and the aircraft to roll left over 90 degrees. The airplane then crashed into a semi-truck parking area with its landing gear still extended. The left engine, which is believed to have separated from the wing during the takeoff roll, was lying on the grass near runway 17R. Multiple buildings were set on fire or destroyed, with reports of people being trapped inside. The crash site included at least 2 businesses, a petroleum recycling plant, contributing to the large fire, and an auto scrap yard. 2 employees of the auto yard were unaccounted for, and it is unknown how many customers were on the premises. UPS said 3 crew members were on board the plane. Victims. This crash was the deadliest ever for UPS Airlines, surpassing 2 prior accidents with fatalities. At least 12 people died, including a child. 16 families reported missing relatives. Governor Andy Beshear said they were presumed dead. The condition of the MD-11's flight crew is unknown. A spokesperson for UOFL Health reported that the system has received 15 patients, of whom 13 had been discharged as of the next morning. Aftermath. All flights to and from the airport were immediately canceled. The Louisville Metro Police Department issued a shelter-in-place order centered on the airport with a radius of 5 miles, 8 kilometers. This was later reduced to 1 mile, 1,600 meters by Louisville Metro Emergency Medical Services. Wireless emergency alerts messages were issued to those in the shelter-in-place area. At the last briefing of the day, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg said that more than 100 firefighters were at the scene. Local police officials said families should not seek loved ones at hospitals to avoid overwhelming them, but to visit a reunification center at the Police Training Academy. UPS suspended operations at its Worldport Air Hub. The fire was nearly contained by 10:30 p.m., freeing up first responders to search for victims. All public schools in the Jefferson County School District were closed the day after the crash. The radius of the shelter-in-place order was reduced for the third time, effective at 7:30 a.m. Wednesday, November 5th, centered near 7,501 Grade Lane, to 0.25 miles, 400 meters. The Louisville Metro government set up a website for people to report and document debris, which they were urged not to touch, and numerous departures were delayed or canceled. At 7:40 a.m. on November 5th, Louisville International Airport announced that runway 11/29 was open. At 4:50 p.m., it announced that the full airfield was open and the airport had resumed most of its normal operations. UPS also resumed scheduled operations from Louisville. Reactions. A number of local politicians, including Kentucky United States Senators Mitch McConnell and Rand Paul, expressed their condolences to the victims. A town hall meeting in Louisville with United States Senate candidate Nate Morris started with a moment of silence following the accident. Representative Morgan McGarvey thanked the bravery of first responders at the scene. The Big Four bridge crossing the Ohio River between Louisville and Jeffersonville, Indiana, was illuminated in yellow, one of the main colors used by UPS in solidarity. Investigation. The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, is investigating the crash along with the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA. The NTSB launched a GO team of 28 personnel. At a media briefing held on November 5, 2025, at 3 p.m. ET, with board member Todd Inman serving as the on-scene spokesperson, they announced the recovery of the cockpit voice recorder and flight data recorder. UPS Airlines announced it was in close contact and cooperating with the NTSB and the FAA. See also, similar accidents and incidents, American Airlines Flight 191, 1979, a DC-10 that crashed during initial climb following the separation of the left engine during takeoff roll, 273 died. Categories. 2025 in Louisville, Kentucky. Accidents and incidents involving the McDonnell Douglas MD-11. Airliner accidents and incidents in Kentucky. Airliner accidents and incidents involving in-flight engine separations. Aviation accidents and incidents in the United States in 2025. Film deaths during aviation accidents and incidents. Film deaths in the United States. Fires in Kentucky. Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. November 2025 in the United States. UPS Airlines accidents and incidents. This page was last edited on the 6th of November 2025 at 15:07 UTC. Text is available under the Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike 4.0 license. Additional terms may apply. By using this site, you agree to the terms of use and privacy policy. Wikipedia Registered is a registered trademark of the Wikimedia Foundation, Inc., a non-profit organization.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD intelliReport, dear viewers. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers!